Hey friends, welcome to my channel, Crafting with JoAnn Barrandey. Hey, that's me. Friends, today we're going to do something different. I'm going to show you how I make watercolor jewelry. I've had several requests. Some of you wanted to know how I make my watercolor jewelry, and I'm going to show you. Friends, let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Okay, the main thing you're going to need for this project is watercolor paper, and this is like a poster board size that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it's 300 weight, and it is cold press, and it was on clearance for $4.74. It normally runs $18.99, so that was a bargain. I bought all they had. They had a couple, but you can still get it online if they don't have it in the store. You just have to pay a little bit more for it. All right, another thing that I got at Hobby Lobby last year was this little mold, because I am going to be using 2 little bows for my chick earrings. So I'm going to show you again right quick. I'm taking some Model Magic clay, and it doesn't take much. I'm using the smallest bow that's on here out of the 3 or 4 maybe. All right, and what I do is I just press it in there. Look at that. Now, I showed you on a previous video how I put these in the freezer and they just pop out. The main thing you need to look out for on this one, and they still have this mold available because I just saw it last week. I don't remember how much it was. See, make sure you roll in any excess so that you can have that peak right there. And I don't know, this one may possibly just pop out. What do you think? Oh, look at that. Amazing, it worked. Okay, you're going to need 2 of these little bows, or you can use ribbon bow. I just wanted to try these because I wanted to use the epoxy resin to seal mine, and so I thought that clay would work. All right, I cut me out my little pattern on the projector sheet.
Which you'll have included in the video.
The projector sheet?
No.
Oh, the pattern? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I just kind of looked at that pair of earrings that I saw that was $85. And when you're retired and you're on a fixed income, you can't afford $85 on a pair of earrings. I can't. Especially when I think I can make them. I was real pleased with the way they turned out. As you can see, I'm wearing mine. And I made another set. You trace them on here, and I'm going to tell you something. Since this is 300-pound weight, or that's what they call it. It doesn't weigh 300 pounds, but it's very thick and it's hard to cut through.
So what kind of scissors do you recommend?
I'm going to tell you, this is my secret. You can use any kind. See, it's real tough. What I do is I cut them into pieces like that, individuals, and I dip them into a little thing of water and leave them in there for a few minutes, and they get all soft. They get soft, and then they're so easy to cut. That is the whole trick, especially when you're cutting a design that has a lot of detail in it. Like, my mind was just going now that I started making this pair for myself. I can't wait to make this snowman. So he'll have little arms. Normally I leave it a little bit longer, but I just wanted to show you how much easier it is to cut. It makes it real soft. And you don't have to have a special pair of scissors. This is just a pair of scissors that I use on everything.
Yeah, those are heavy duty though.
These scissors?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They don't make scissors like that anymore. You go to the store and they're just all...
Well, I have all kinds of scissors.
I was trying to think of a PG word there. That's why I stopped talking on how to describe the scissors that are in stores these days.
Friends, I was amazed at how many of you wanted to see a video on how to make these. I'm so excited.
I would be too if a lady who showed me how to make $90 earrings or $85 whatever. By the time you pay taxes, you're over $90.
Yes, yes. And I mean, they're seasonal. You wouldn't want to, I wouldn't be able to pay that much for a pair of seasonal earrings. Okay, another thing I wanted to point out to you, friends, I love my earrings to dangle. So that means you have to have a little jump ring. Here's another pair I made. What I mean about jump ring is that little gold ring right there. And they sell these at Hobby Lobby. I got these on sale. They sell for $3.99. I got them for half price. At this point, if you want yours to dangle, you're going to have to use a little, like a needle, like a tough needle. And at this point, when you're...
Stop shaking it, please.
Okay, sorry.
Can't ever see.
I make you crazy. At this point, when it's wet, that's when you go ahead and you make your hole in it. And I just broke the tip of the needle on this earlier, so I don't know that it's going to work as well. But you get the general idea. When it's wet, it goes through there a lot easier. See? And I just kind of wiggle it around. And then I go through the back part. And I wiggle it around. Done deal. Okay, I'm going to set those aside. Set that aside.
I feel like it would be a lot easier if you took like a scrap piece of wood or a 2x4 and set that on top of it and just took a hammer and a small nail to poke your hole.
Hey, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
A lot better than trying to wrestle a needle through there.
Yes. Okay, but it's been a while since I made these. Okay, after they're dry, and it takes them a little while to dry completely, friends, that is so hard. It turns, I don't know, real stiff after it dries, after it's been wet. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint these. And I'm going to paint these soft pink.
And what paint are you using?
I am using Cameo Pink Apple Barrel from Walmart.
I noticed this wasn't quite Pepto pink.
No, those are the ones I'm wearing right now. Okay, so real simple, really fast, friends. And yeah, I get my hands all dirty with paint, but that's okay. This color is so pretty. It's soft and it's kind of girly. I like the way it turned out. Why are you laughing, Eric?
Because this is 2022. What's considered girly anymore?
Stop. Okay, and I just give it one good coat. Okay. Now, if your paint is too thin, you might want to give it 2 coats. It depends. If you are having or have booths set up at craft fairs, consider making watercolor jewelry. I used to sell watercolor jewelry a long time ago. I used to make a killing off of it at craft fairs and sold a lot to my teacher friends, especially seasonal pieces. All right, let me wipe my hands down. I don't have a wet wipey. While it's wet, I go ahead and I'm using Pink Party, and it's the chunky glitter, and I'm just kind of lightly sprinkling it on. I'm trying not to get too much on the face. Only because this looks so pretty on there when after you put that resin on there. Okay, that's about as much as I'm going to put on there. And I'm going to give it a minute before I put the eyes on there, because I'm going to show you how easy it was to paint. I've already got a little bow here that's ready to paint. I'm just going to paint it white. Ah. Oops, well this one wasn't dry and it broke. Oops. Don't do what I did, friends. Okay, this one's dry. I just want to show you because I do have a set ready as a backup. And have wipies for your hands because mine looks so terrible doing this on camera. Okay, so I get the white all over it, and then I get my fine Prisma glitter that came from that multi-pack from Walmart, and I sprinkle it on there. And see, when it's dry, it looks like that. Okay, so next step, I'm going to go ahead and paint the eyes. Just dot your eyes on your little chick bunny. And this is what I found at the Dollar Tree that one time. It's Scribbles, and this is hot chocolate. And it barely has any in it, but I think I can make it. Okay, and there's a big glitter in my way there. Let me take it out. All right. There's one eye. Friends, this is going to be our last video for a while. Tell them why, Eric.
Well, actually, by the time you're watching this, I'll have already been on the road for a week, working on a production crew for Barstool versus America Season 2. I did it with them last year, but I'm going to be on the road for about a month. We tried to film in advance. It was just really hard, so you get 2 videos, and then there won't be anything till I come back mid-May, so hopefully we'll get some more stuff like coming down the pipeline.
And talk about May. May is my birthday month. My birthday is May 29th, and I really wanted to do the birthday challenge.
What's the birthday challenge?
Where they send you an ATC card with their birthday information. Your viewers can send that to you in a birthday card for you, or just by itself. And it's their birthday information, so that when it's, and I keep them all in line, and when it's their birthday, I send them a birthday card. Surprise! So, friends, if you send me a birthday card, include all your information, your mailing address as well, so that I can send you a birthday card. I know another person that shares a birthday in the month of May, and that's our friend Kenneth Fuller. He has a birthday in May. So,
I thought you were going to mention your other child.
I also have a son. Oops, sorry, Polly. I have a son who's coming for Mother's Day week, and I'm so excited. He lives in Colorado, him and my daughter-in-law. His name is John Paul, and his birthday is May the 24th. So there's so much going on in May. There's Cinco de Mayo, there's Mother's Day, there's my son's birthday, and there's my birthday. And so it's my birthday every day in the month of May. Hey, that rhymes. Okay, friends, getting back to this. I already have a set that's dry. Gave you the general idea. Look at that, it's so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and glue the bow. Normally I use like Elmer's glue or other kind of glue, but I didn't bring it up here, so I'm gonna use hot glue. What do you think of that?
If it works, it works.
And it will work. I will make it work. It'll be all right.
I still need to get you some of that CA glue, maybe for your birthday.
Yes.
It would have been perfect
I
for
know
this.
nobody else would be excited about getting glue for their birthday, but I
It would be perfect for this.
Oh, man.
Because it's a two-part. You put liquid on there, and then you use a spray activator, and then within seconds it hardens. So
Oh my gosh, that would be so good.
it's like perfect for little stuff like this. We use it on wood stuff all the time. Which is
Talk about wood stuff. We are going to, I used to work on wood all the time, Eric too, and so we'd like to get some wood projects going.
Oh man, I haven't made wood projects in years.
Me neither, but
Like
you know what?
10 years.
But you know what? It's never too late. Okay, the embellishments I'm using they came from Hobby Lobby and they were on sale last week. You know, every other week they're on sale. The Paper Studio is the brand that they're from. And I think I'm just going to put a little blue one in the middle. And these have the sticky backs. I shouldn't trust it though.
Once you epoxy it, it's sealed though.
I know, but what if it comes off during that? Oh well. It is what it is and it'll be all right.
Sometimes you just gotta let Jesus take the wheel.
That's right. In my case, all the time. God is good. All right, let's see. I'm going to use yellow. Oh, these are going to be so cute. And too, another thing you could do with these, okay, say you don't like earrings, and that's okay. If you don't, I love you anyway. A lot of people would buy my pins. I would make matching seasonal items for, these are coming off right now.
That's great.
That's all right. That's all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged.
I'm not discouraged. I'm just thinking great.
At least they came off right here and not during the... I wish they made a glue, a hot glue that wasn't all stringy. Okay, what other color should I use? The white or the pink? The white. No, because I'm using that. All right. This feels real sticky, but not going to take a chance. And if it sticks out over, it's all right. It's going to be okay. Look at that. It looks so cute. Look at that. There's a string attached.
Isn't there always?
There always is. And I'm not the only one that struggles with this. I know a lot of other crafters that struggle with this.
Struggle with what?
Strings.
Oh, I meant that metaphorically, like strings are always attached.
That's true. Duh. Now it's stuck to my finger. Oh my goodness, look how cute those are. And, you know, I cheated. I used some toppers that I already had from other earrings that I'm not using. And that's what I'm going to use on these. Once it dries, the epoxy is dried, I will put the jump ring in there. And this will be my back and it'll dangle. But what you can do, they have these in all different styles, pearls. They even have them with the confetti look and everything. You can cut you out of watercolor paper a circle bigger than this and then glue this on there and then put your jump ring and your earring back and bam. I'm going to use these on my snowman one. I can visualize it already. Okay, next step. Let's get ready for the epoxy. Okay, friends, after your earrings are all dried and you've got all your embellishments on there, I seal them with this epoxy resin that I use. It's in two parts. It's the liquid clear and the hardener. and you mix equal parts together, and you have to mix equal parts, otherwise it's not going to dry completely and it'll be sticky. All right, I've already poured just a little bit into equal parts in here. All right, since it's just such a little project and this stuff is so expensive, and you can get this at Hobby Lobby, but this is what I use to seal my ornaments with. My Christmas ornaments and some of my fake bakes like my donut ornaments, and it just works well. And I even used it on real candy that I posted on our Facebook group page. Okay, and normally besides gloves, friends, when I'm using a bunch, I wear a mask. I wear a mask because this stuff is potent, but this is just a little bit, so I'm going to take a chance. I take a popsicle stick, and I stir it. You're supposed to stir it for 60 seconds. And it looks all bubbly, and sometimes little bubbles come out. Don't let that scare you. It'll be all right. As long as you...
Bubbles is good that it's leaving because it's degasifying.
Yes.
You want the bubbles to be gone.
Yeah, and you know what? They don't stay on your project. A lot of people say, what if they stay on my... No, friend.
Well, you're doing small projects. You probably don't run into it. If you were doing a big flat surface is where you...
Isn't that where when you grab a lighter or something, set it on,
yeah, you
give
can
it
use
some
a
heat?
torch or a heat gun or something to help. A lot of people will use a pressure pot. They'll stick their cup of epoxy in a pressure pot, and it draws vacuum, or I don't know exactly how a pressure pot works because I've never used one. I've just seen it used on YouTube, but it'll get all the air bubbles. It'll degasify it essentially.
This stuff is wonderful. I would like to use it on bigger projects. There's so much I want to do. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's been mixed up. And I don't pour it on there like everybody recommends. This is what I do. Like, I'm going to grab my little earring, and I'm just going to use my fingers. What?
I don't know why you don't pour it at this point.
Why?
Because it goes on even.
I know, but you know what? It won't get the back. See what I'm saying?
Why don't you pour it on the back first and then set it down?
I've been doing this for years,
Okay.
and it works for me.
Right.
Now, I will try that when I do my when I make my other ones, because I've got all these ideas now. I want to make some, for Cinco de Mayo, like some cactus with sombreros and stuff, and I just have all these ideas. Okay, you just got to make sure that it gets into everything, to all the little creases. So you're suggesting that no, I can't pour it. I can tell you right now it won't work because it'll bleed on the sides.
Yeah, generally that's what happens.
And then how do I scrape it up? How do I pop it up?
What do you mean bleed on the sides?
It'll bleed over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, are you talking about the mess up on your wax paper?
No, I'm talking about the resin.
Yeah, I know, but the resin making a mess on your wax paper?
No, because then when you go to pull it up, oh yeah, and you have to use a little cardboard with wax paper.
Well, that's because you're supposed to make...
It will not stick to wax paper. Well, you understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, but it's like, I don't know, when we do pieces of wood, we'd use little like triangle pyramids that we make out of scrap wood. Mm-hmm. And you set it on there so there's only a few pressure points touching the back, and it lifts the piece up off of that, so that way when it flows over, it just flows off of it. It doesn't.
All right.
I'll have to teach you some stuff later.
Teach me some stuff. I love to learn new stuff. Okay, friends, that's about as good as it's going to get. Now, once it dries, I'm going to put my little jump ring and my little back on it. So, this is what it's going to look like, but just in a different color. And I just love mine, and I love them to dangle. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and be sure and subscribe. Hey, don't forget to share. Share this video. Appreciate your love and support. And I'm gonna miss you, but don't forget that I'll be posting stuff on my Facebook group page, and it's Crafting with JoAnn Barrandey, and also on my Instagram. So I'm gonna keep crafting, and when we come back, we're gonna come back full swing and say prayer for Eric and Leanna. Safe travels on the road, and I will see you soon. Love you, friends. Don't forget to be awesome. Love y'all.